Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope your week is going to be just awesome. Today we celebrate a great feast in the church, the conversion of St. Paul. And it made me think about ancestors, because Paul is an ancestor of faith. He brought it to us. And when I think of ancestors, I think of my own family. I kind of have the bug in terms of Ancestry.com, the DNA, 23andMe, all those things. And my mother used to say how much that she was purebred Irish. And I used to say, Ma, I don't think so. And the more I've gotten into some of the names and where they came from, my mother wouldn't be too pleased. One of the most fascinating ones, a couple of them, is that through DNA I'm connected with a Crusader knight. Then also a group of gladiators, Roman gladiators, who were found in York in England. Fascinating. The connections, the DNA, our connections through faith. And today we celebrate, of course, this wonderful feast of the conversion of St. Paul. Just think of him. Think about the day that he lived in terms of just the issues, not only within the Jewish community, but also in the world between the Romans and the Jewish people. The control, the lack of freedom, the lack of worship. Paul, of course, he hated the Christians. He wanted them destroyed, so much so that he was on his way to Damascus to arrest them, to bring them to Jerusalem for trial. And he encountered Jesus Christ, and it all changed. A few days later, he was baptized into the faith. And he became probably the greatest evangelizer the church has ever known. Because the church was just beginning. And the apostles had to put it all together. But they put it together through the grace and power of the Holy Spirit. And that's why we're here today celebrating him. But think about him, what he went through. The suffering that he endured. The shipwrecks, the scourgings, the stonings, being left for dead. And then that great letter of his, he's in prison. And he says this, he's not sure whether he's going to live or die. Rejoice, I say it again, rejoice. It's a lesson for our own day with all the struggles we have with the virus, the political turmoil. Rejoice, I say it again, rejoice always. But then in one of his other great lines from the book of Romans, what will separate us from the love of Christ? Will anguish, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or the sword? You see, for Paul, it was all grace. It was all grace because of Jesus Christ. And we have received the same grace in our baptism. So let us look to Paul as an example to us of the ability to follow Christ in good times and in bad. God bless, and have a wonderful week.